Hello learners and welcome. This is Ms. Geyer's Introduction to Algebra Tiles. So if you missed it today in class, here it is. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is draw a tiny square on our paper. We're going to call this the unit square. And this is a 1 by 1 square. And the area of this square is 1 because 1 times 1 is 1. So this is your unit tile. Then we're going to draw another tile with the base of 1 and a height that's unknown. So we don't know what the height is, but we know the base is 1. And in algebra, when we don't know what the height of something is, what do we use instead of the number? If you said variable, you're right. So the most popular variable that we use in algebra is x. So I'm going to label this x. And 1 times x is 1x. So this is going to be your 1x tile. All right, so our next tile is going to be a little longer, but have the same base. And we still don't know what the length is. So we know the base is 1, but we still don't know this value. And that's okay, because there's another variable that's very popular in algebra. And that variable is, you guessed it, y. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a y value. So this is a 1 by y, so this is the y tile. Now I'm going to draw 2 squares. One of them is going to be like this. And notice my shapes aren't perfect. I'm going to have to draw algebra tiles a lot, so your shapes are not going to be perfect, just so you know. And that's okay as long as they represent what you're talking about. So I'm going to have that one, and I'm going to have this one right here. And so looking at the pictures that we already have, the y and the x, what do you think the base and height of this square are and the base and height of this square? Just by looking at these pictures over here, I wanted this one to be x by x and this one to be y by y. And I know you're writing all this down because to get credit for this, you needed to take notes, and these are the notes you're taking. So you're writing all this down. So now I want to write something that you don't have to write down so we can figure out what are we going to call this tile and this tile. So if I have, you don't have to write this down, 3 times 3 or 4 times 4 or 5 times 5, there's a way to write this without getting the answer, but there's a shorthand way of writing this when we have a number times itself. And a lot of you are thinking, that's right, Ms. Geyer, that's a squared value. And so that would be 3 squared, 4 squared, and 5 squared. And guess what? It works the same for variables. So if I have x times x, that's going to be x squared. And if I have y times y, that's going to be y squared. So I can go ahead and erase this now. And I know that base times height, or x times x, is going to be x squared tile. And y times y is going to be y squared tile. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have one more tile to do. And this one's kind of a weird one, and we don't use it a lot, but it's good to know. So I'm going to draw this length here, and then this length here, and then down and then over. So it's not a square. It's definitely not a square, but it definitely looks like, I'm going to make this a little shorter. I always draw it a little too long. So it definitely looks like it has the base of the y tile, or the y squared tile, and it has the height of the x squared tile. So this is going to be x times y, and you can write x times y or y times x. But in algebra, we usually do this in alphabetical order, and we write the letters next to each other to mean multiply. So this is the x, y tile, and that means x times y. So these are your 6 tiles that we're going to be dealing with, all right? So now we're going to take a look at what happens when we have tiles in a group. So one more thing I want you to know is that if a tile is shaded in, it's going to be a positive value. And if a tile is not shaded in, it's going to be a negative value. And so I just wanted to shade these in just a little bit because I know that on the website that these are going to be different colors, but I'm going to shade this in blue a little bit here, just so you know these are positive. And this one too, I'm going to shade it in a little bit here. And hopefully you already wrote x squared down. No, that's x squared. And this one is y squared. And we have it shaded in. And this one is y and x. And hopefully you remember that this is the ones tile right here. So these are all positive because they're shaded in. But if they're not shaded in, remember, they're negative. So shaded in is positive, not shaded in is negative. We're going to stick with positive for now. So I'm just going to draw a group of tiles, and you're going to draw them on your paper, and then we're going to look at what the value of that is. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up just a little bit. There we go. And so we're going to go ahead and draw a unit tile, 2 unit tiles, an X, another X, an X squared. Notice these are all positive. Another X, and another 1, and 2 more X squared tiles. And 1 more. Can I fit it on here? I think I can. X tile. So if I were to write this expression out, it would be 2 plus 2x tiles plus 3 plus an x squared plus an x plus a 1 plus 2x squareds plus an x. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine all these together. So all the like tiles are going to go together. So these 3 are going to go together. So an x squared, an x squared, and an x squared. And we're going to combine the x's together. So here's 2 of them. And notice these are not perfect. And then there's 1 here and 1 here. And then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2. So we have 2 1s. We have 3 1s. We have 1 1. So all I did was I gathered these all together. So 2, 3, and 1. So notice I gathered them all together. I'm going to lift this up a little bit more. And we have 3x squared plus 4x plus 6. And that's it. That's all you do, is you're just gathering together. This is called combining like terms. And before you go, we're going to do one more problem. We're going to do one more problem that involves negatives and positives. So I'm going to draw a line right here. And I'm just going to use units tiles. Units and x's. So I'm going to draw 3 positives and 2 negative x's and 2 negatives and 3 or 4 positive x's and 5 more positive ones. I don't know if you remember, but when you pair a positive and a negative, it makes a 0 pair. Think of it like this. I have $1 in my pocket. I owe $1 to you. I take out my dollar and I pay you. I don't owe you any more money, but I don't have any more money. So it's called zeroing out or 0 pairs. So we're going to do all of our positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our 2 negatives. And we're going to make 2 0 pairs. And then we're going to do our 2 negative x's. And then we're going to put our 1, 2, 3, 4 x's next to them. And we're going to make 2 0 pairs. So what we're left with is we had 3 minus 2x minus 2 plus 4x plus 5. And what we're left with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2x. And we're done. That's it. And if I look it over, 3 minus 2 is 1 plus 5 is 6. Negative 2x plus 4x is positive 2x. And I'm done. And that's how we combine like terms using algebra tiles. So thank you so much for watching this video. And learners, I know that you're watching this video to take notes. So thank you so much for taking the notes. Be sure to turn them in on Echo. And be sure to attach a PDF. Do not drop them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.